Hello students, yesterday we were talking for the parallel LCR circuit, and before that parallel LCR circuit as the sharpness of the curve, quality factor, that all things we have seen. So you can also formulate the formula for the same, and also I must say you as sharpness of the curve we are using for showing the resonance curve, so that's why the value will not change there. Next one here, after the discussion on AC circuit, students, next topic that we are going to discuss, this one is our AC generators. So up to now, as we have seen, what are the circuits that we can make, that we can utilize by alternating current and voltage, and where we can use that circuit, and like in communication we have seen also in so many places we are obtaining or we are using such kind of circuits where the things current and voltage that we need according to our own purpose. So next one, after the discussion on the AC circuits, as a brief summary I have given you yesterday already. So let's start AC generator. So again students, I will go to the chapter of electromagnetic induction, because this is the application of the topic of electromagnetic induction that we have studied in the previous chapter already, and I have told you we are going to study the application of this electromagnetic induction topic in next chapter, as this generator is generating alternating current. That's why after discussion on alternating current I am going to just teach you this one. So first of all, as AC generator, if you will go for the production of current and voltages, the AC current and voltage, then you know that in the case of electromagnetic induction, according to Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, we know that whenever the flux linked with any coil, that will change, then due to the change in flux, induced EMF will be generated in the coil, and if a closed circuit we have, then a current will be generated there. So that current can be either steady current, DC current or AC current. So depending on the situation through which we are changing the flux, we are generating such kind of currents there. So here for this kind of generation of alternating current, where current is changing with time continuously, its magnitude is changing, its direction is changing. So for such kind of situation we are using the rotation of the coil in external magnetic field. So as first of all, for the summary, if I will say, then we know that the flux is given by VA cos theta. So here, as according to the law of electromagnetic induction, Lenz law and Faraday law, both I am going to summarize at one place. So according to this one, we can write down this induced EMF can be given by the negative rate of change of flux here. Negative sign indicates that the flux, induced EMF that will appear, that will always oppose its own cause, means its own reason for the change in flux there. So it means now we can produce an induced EMF and potential in the circuitry by changing the flux, and change in flux can be done by three methods: either by changing the magnetic field, second by changing the area of the coil, and by changing this cos theta. One more thing we can do here to change the flux, we can change the number of turns that we have used in our coil. So you can also write here NBA cos theta, and whenever you will change the number of turns, then according to that the flux linked with whole of the circuitry will change, and according to that induced EMF will be produced there. So here the third factor we are going to take, as up to now for these two factors we are getting the steady value of the current, but whenever we are changing the orientation of the coil in external magnetic field, then due to the orientation we are seeing some of the different behavior of the current and voltage that we are getting for the induced EMF and current, and that is called the alternating current and voltage. So let's see one by one the AC generator. Later I will tell you again this theory here. So first let's see the construction of the AC generator. So in the construction of AC generator, we are using two pole pieces. A rough diagram I will tell you only here. Two pole pieces we are using. These two pole pieces, basically we are using strong magnets. We can also use for the strong magnetic field, Horseshoe magnets here. So for the Horseshoe magnets, it can be, suppose it is north, it is south. Then the magnetic field direction will be according to this one direction. Now we have kept a coil in this magnetic field in between these two pole pieces. So if this is our coil, suppose. So this is a coil and its axis is free to rotate in the external magnetic field. Means this is the coil that can rotate by 360-degree angle in this magnetic field. And now to rotate this coil, we are using some of the brushes here. So we can use the brushes. These are called brushes. And these brushes are connected to the rotating shafts, so that we can, or any rotating motor you can attach to it. So this is our rotating shafts and rotating motors. So these are the basic diagram for the AC generator. Nothing much here, and figure you can see different in your books, but here the main purpose of our AC generator, the main components that we are needed here, I am going to just make you understand this one. So for this purpose, first of all, we have generated an external magnetic field, and in this external magnetic field, as we are seeing that we are putting a coil. So two factors we have got from here. First is magnetic field, second one is area here. So for this one, now this coil is free to rotate in this magnetic field. So for the construction, if you will see here, such kind of constructions we are using simple. We are using two pole pieces. We are using a coil that is free to rotate, and second one we are connecting this coil to brushes, and that brushes is connected to the motor. And then the working of these components, let's see the next after the construction. So here first working of components I am going to talk. Later I will tell you what are the working of this whole device. So first the working of component is the pole pieces works to produce the external magnetic field, a strong magnetic field. Second, this coil, this is the metallic coil that we have put here, and this metallic coil will have, may have number of turns in this one. Greater will be the number of turns, greater will be the flux linked with this coil. So you can use the number of turns, but still along with that you don't have to put the shape of its bulky. And also you know that whenever we are just increasing number of turns, then eddy currents are generating. So to prevent the generation of eddy currents, we don't put its size very bulky. So but a maintained number of coils you can use here, and area of this coil is now fixed. So these two things are fixed we have. Now as you know that to change the rotation of the coil, one more thing is fixed, number of turns. So these three things we have kept fixed. Now the next term that can change the flux here, that is orientation. So that's why we are just going to free this to rotate in this magnetic field. Now as these brushes that you are seeing, that these brushes have the work to rotate this coil here, and this is fixed to these brushes. Whenever brushes are rotating, then according to the rotation of the brushes, this coil will rotate here. And to rotate these brushes, we are using some mechanical motors here. So as here you can see that we are converting our mechanical energy into the electrical energy by this AC generator here. So this is very easy purpose here. Energy conversion law we are using, energy conservations we are using only by this kind of just arrangement. So let's see now the theory of AC generators, and after the theory what are the formula that we are using and how the whole of the device is working for the generation of AC currents. Later what are the graphs that we are obtaining here. So let's see output of this whole of the circuitry. So students, after the construction of AC generator, let's see what is the theory behind the work of AC generator. Why did we thought about this, we think about this one, and how did we created this kind of device that can convert the mechanical energy into electrical energies here. So here the simple thing is that answer is lying in the fact of the electromagnetic induction, where we have studied the generation of the current and number of applications I have told you already. So for this one case, let's see its theory first. And before theory, if I will talk about the principle of AC generator, then principle means on the basic topic on which it is working. So its principle is electromagnetic induction. So this is properly work on the electromagnetic induction topic completely. If you have the knowledge of that one, you can understand easily the properties or working of AC generator, and also you can understand the working of motor or dynamo. So these are all connected to each other because energy conversion we are using vice versa in all these. So after the discussion on the principle, let's now understand the theory, because all the components, all the things that I am talking, its working, its construction, all the things that will be summarized in this topic theory of this one. And also I will derive the formula here along with the theory. So you can summarize all of the result in this one, and you can just write separately in your sheets here. So next one here, first of all, as in the whole pieces we have we have put a metallic coil here, and this metallic coil, as it is connected to brushs and that is connected to motor. So whenever motor will start, these brushs will rotate here. We are also calling them rotating shafts. So by using this one, brushs are rotating, and by the rotation of this one, this coil rotates, and if it will rotate, then some angular velocity omega we will get, and due to the change in this angular velocity omega or the rotation of the coil in the external magnetic field, flux changes that is linked with the coil, and due to that an induced EMF, and in this closed coil a current will be generating. And one more thing, if you have to just predict the direction of current, later I will tell you how can you just find out the direction. So first, as we will start again by the theory that we know for the flux. So as flux for anyone, that can be written by NAP cos of theta, where n is number of turns, A is area of the coil, B is magnetic field that is produced due to these four pieces, and theta, that is orientation of the coil in this magnetic field. So if this is our magnetic field, coil we can put in this way, we can put in this way. So coil its orientation can be changed, means the angle that is its area vector is making with the this magnetic field direction. And you know that the area vector can be calculated or can be known by drawing a vector normal to the surface of the coil, and by that area vector you can understand easily what is the orientation of the coil with respect to the external magnetic field. So here these are all the facts. If n is the number of turns in our coil, I have just not denoted the number of turns because the shape will be bulky and figure will be more complex here. So one more thing now, if whenever as all of our other things are already constant, so this theta we are changing due to the rotation of the coil by using these brushs and motors. So due to the change in theta, this will change the flux linked with this one. And also you know that for the time t, if any coil, any body is rotating with some angular velocity omega, so we can write its displacement or angular displacement here in the terms of angular velocity and the time taken it to displace by this theta angle in this way. So we have just written phi in terms of omega and t. Now as this term is changing with time, then that's why this phi will change with time here. So we can calculate what is the change of flux with respect to time. So this will be given by, we can integrate, differentiate this factor cos omega t. So after differentiation you will obtain minus of n VA here omega sine of omega t. So this expression we are getting after this solution. And also you know that whenever the flux linked with any coil that is changing, then without any doubt you can just apply the Faraday law of electromagnetic induction there. That is saying us that whenever there is change in flux linked with any coil, then an induced EMF will be generated there. So it means that here also production of induced EMF, and that production of induced EMF according to Faraday concept we can write by E is equal to minus d phi by dt, where minus sign you know already that is represented by Lenz's law. So here as negative sign is already we have, then this will be equal to NVA omega sine of omega t. So this is the produced induced EMF in our circuit, and that is it is changing with time, then it means that the magnitude of this potential, that is also changing, and its direction is also changing. So this is our alternating potential that we are getting from here. Next one, you can also calculate from here what is the value of current that will generate in this coil if coil is closed. So for this one, I'm just going to rub it. So as after solution we got E is equal to NVA omega sine of omega t. So this situation we got here. Now as we can obtain the value of current from this equation by the using equation E by R. If R is the resistance of this coil, then that time we can write down this is NVA omega upon R. This is sine omega t. So this is the expression for the current that we got from here. And also if you sine omega t, if it will have the maximum value, that is 1, then for that case we will get the maximum current for our equation. So maximum current can be obtained by NAB omega upon R. Or also you can find out the maximum value of potential from here. If sine omega t you will put 1, then NAB omega is the maximum value of the alternating potential that will be generated. So let's write in place of this one simple equation. This will be I is equal to I0 sine omega t. This is our equation for the value of current that is generated in this coil due to the change in flux or due to the rotation of the coil. Also you can write in this place E0 sine omega t, that is value of potential or EMF that is generated in this coil. So these are the two equations that we have got, and according to these two equations you can understand there is the production of alternating current and potential in this pole of the coil. Now as the current is produced, then according to Lenz's law, this current should always oppose the reason for this one it is produced. So here the reason for the production of induced EMF or current is the rotation of the coil. Actually here you have to understand, always I have told you in electromagnetic induction chapter, the reason if I am saying, it means not that it will oppose the flux, change in flux. Exactly it is opposing the reason for due to which flux is changing. Because flux will not change automatically, that will change due to any procedure. So it will apply resistance or opposition on that procedure. Like if something is falling, then it will apply a force in upward direction so that it can resist the fall of that body, so that there should not be any change in the flux. So such kind of a lot of hundred of situations you can meet for the change in this one. Like one very good example I have told you, recently we are going to experiment on this one. So we are experimenting for the moving vehicles and for the production of alternating current and potential by using the movement of the vehicles. Like on the divider you can put some of the metallic coils, and whenever car will pass through this one, then you know that as the speed is changing here, then due to change in speed or suddenly car is coming to this plate, then the flux linked with that coil or plate will change, and due to that induced EMF and current will generate there. So our basic purpose here to produce electricity is only we have to change the flux. So for this one we can apply any of the process there. So for that process you can also utilize this one. Even we are moving the vehicle and we can automatically use that energy. So in the same way here also we are using such kind of energies here. Like we are using motor to rotate it, and by rotating we are just producing such kind of energy. And one more thing, students, whenever we are using the dam systems like electric power supplies, you have seen we are using the water supply, water to produce the electricity, means the mechanical energy stored in water or potential energy stored in water, we are converting that in electrical supply. Or we are also using the nuclear power supply or nuclear energy to produce electricity. In all the process, one thing is very common, we are using some of the rotating shafts. we are using some of the rotational coils, just like here in AC generator we have used. So that coil that we have attached, then if water is coming from any dam, then that water contains a lot of mechanical energy in forms of potential energy in it. So whenever it will fall on the that drums, then that it will rotate the cylinder or rotate the metallic drums, and due to the rotation of that one, magnetic flux linked with the coil that or drum or use whatever you have used, plate, cylinder, whatever, magnetic flux will change, and due to that electricity will generate. So this is the process that we are using in hydroelectric power supply system. We are also using nuclear energy, and that nuclear energy, after the nuclear process that is coming, we are using water to convert that energy into the vapor, and that vapor rotates some of the drums, and due to the rotation we are using to convert it into the electrical energy. So in all the process, one thing is common, we are producing alternating current and potential, and for the production of alternating current and potential you have to change the orientation of the coil. So for that one always we are using the rotating drums, and through that we can use such kind of situations. So students, I think brief about the other electric supplies that we are using for the production methods, that is now clear. So let's now come to our basic topic that we are studying here. So as this is the current that is used in this, and as this current will oppose the change in flux by opposing the rotation of the coil, because our primary condition was rotation, that's why flux was changing. So as you can see that if magnetic field, for that one a number of processes actually are here. If our this coil is rotating in this direction, then current will always act in opposite direction to this one. Means if this is rotating in this way, then current will be always in the opposite direction, so that it can oppose the current here, the rotation of the coil here. Means I think such kind of current will be, production will be here. Means if coil was rotating in this way, then current will be in this way. Always such kind of current production will be there. Also you can understand the production of the current by the magnetic fields here. So as magnetic field is constant, then by the rotation of the concepts you can study it. So here I think students, first of all construction, working, and theory, formula, principle, these all things are not clear. These all we have discussed up to now. Again, if I will summarize it, then in one word, we are using two pole pieces and we are producing electric magnetic field due to this one. And in this external magnetic field, we are putting a coil that has area A, that has number of turns, and that we are rotating by using some of the rotating motors, or we are using some of the rotating shafts to for this one. And due to the rotation, the magnetic flux is changing, and that's why induced EMF and current is producing here. So clear, I think electricity is generated now in our AC, that's why it is called AC generator. Next one here, if you will see what is the graph and how can we understand the current or the EMF that is produced here, that was alternating. By the fact only we cannot say it. We can also make actually graphical picture diagram for this one. So as I have told you already that one in electromagnetic induction, but still let's see for one more time. So here as in the AC generator, just now we have calculated a formula that was E0 sin omega t, or also you can write it NAB omega sin of omega t. And similarly we have found out the current here. So current is given by I0 sin of omega t. This is also equal to NAB omega upon R. This is sin of omega t. So these are the current and voltages that we have got from here. Now let's start to make the graph of potential first with respect to this omega t, means with respect to the rotation of the coil. So whenever our coil will rotate, means this omega t, suppose its value is equal to 0. So for the 0 time, or you can also put here the value of time exactly, t is equal to 0, you can put t is equal to t by 2, t is equal to t, you can put, means in terms of time periods you can put it also. So for this one, if suppose for the t is equal to 0 I am putting here. So for t is equal to 0, this sine 0 will be here, and sine 0 will give you the value 0. So the motion will or the production of the AC will start from here, and its magnitude is 0 for t is equal to 0 time, or whenever the rotation is not begins. So next one, when rotation start to begin means now we are seeing the time reaches to the suppose t by 4 seconds. So t by 4 means the 1/4 of that one complete cycle time we are going to take. So for t by 4 time, let's see what is the value of omega. So as omega, you know, this is written as 2 pi by t, and in the place of t it is t by 4. So this will be cancelled out, and here 2, then pi by 2 we are getting. So whenever you will put omega t is equal to pi by 2, then for that this is sine pi by 2, that has value 1. So this will provide you the maximum value of this one. So this is the maximum value. Suppose this is our t0, and this time if you will see, this is our t by 4 time. Now again we can put t by 2 time. So for t by 2 times, let's see what is the omega t. So again you can use the same formula for t by 2 here. So this one is cancelled. Now pi we are getting the answer from here. So sine pi you have to put its value. So again if whenever you will put the sine pi, then you know that the sine pi has the 0 value. So we are again getting 0. So let's meet these points. So such kind of graph we are getting for the 180 degree rotation. Up to now we have seen 0 to pi rotation. Now we can also rotate it to the 360 degree. So let's rotate it to 361. Then next one we have to write down the value, that is 3 pi by 4. So if you will write down the value 3 pi by 4 and you will apply the same procedure here, then you can get the value is equal to 3 pi by 2, that is equal to 270 degree. Then for that one again we are getting the maximum value, but negative in negative direction, as -1 value we will get from here. So this is minus of E0. So graph will turn here in this way, and now again at the 360 degree, or you can also write down t is equal to capital T. For t is equal to t, this one our omega t will give us value of 360 and 2 pi. We will get this one. So this is omega t. This is suppose our t point. This was our t by 2. This is the point where we are getting t2, and this one is t2. So now in this way you can see the production of the potential over one complete rotation, over one complete cycle, means 0 to 360 degree. If our coil will rotate, then that will generate some kind this kind of potential. So in this potential now you can see that its magnitude is changing as well as its direction is changing. For sometime it is in positive half direction, then sometime it is in negative direction. So that's why this is our, as direction and magnitude both are changing, and this is the definition for the alternating potential. Then this potential is alternating potential. In the same way you can also find out the graph for the current here. So if you will plot the graph for the current, and values of omega t will be same. Again 0, here pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and here also you will get 2 pi. So for all of the cases, if you will put the values, then that will provide you this kind of graph, where this value of maximum value we will get equal to I0 for this situation. So it is also obtaining a graph that is changing its direction, that is changing its magnitude. So that's why our AC generator, you can clearly see from this graph, or clearly you can see from this expression, as it is changing with time, as it is changing also its direction. By this graph it can be predicted. So this is the production, this is alternating current and potential. So AC generators are used to produce alternating current. And now if I will ask a question to you, how can we increase the value of our maximum value of current or potential in our AC generator, so that efficiency, means the working capability of our device can increase. So to increase it, you can change these values. Now if you have to increase the potential current in the, that is alternating current, or that is producing, so for this one you can increase the number of turns in the coil. But I will suggest you not to increase the number of turns, because you know that a great number of turns will give the shape to the device as a bulky device. Second one, it will be hard to handle, it will be very weighted. So that's why. And one more problem is here, there will be the production of eddy currents, and we need more currents here. That's why we don't need to increase a large number of N, but whenever you will increase the N, then it will increase your current, but as well as due to the production of eddy currents, it will start to decrease the current also. Here area, second factor that you can change, means you can put the area of the coil at very large, but again the problem is same. For the larger area, it will be very difficult to handle. The device will be bulky, so we are just avoiding these situations again. Third one, you can increase this one very properly. So if you will increase this magnetic field, then due to the increase in the magnetic field, now you can use the strong magnets. That's why I suggested you in starting, you can use Gaussian magnets, that is very strong magnet. So whenever you will use strong magnet, then that will produce the more stronger current there. One more thing you can use here, that is omega, that is related to frequency. Means more rapid the rotation will be there, more rapid will be the production of the current will be there, or more greater current will be there. So we can also change the frequency of rotation here. More greater means in 1 second the number of frequencies, number of rotations we are changing, then due to change in that one, current is changing. One more thing, the coil or the material that we are using to construct the coil, if we will change that, according to that we are using a low resistance device, then that will provide you the more greater current. That's why the metallic wire are best to the AC conductors or AC generator. So students, about the AC generator, number of facts and all the things that are related to this one we have discussed up today. So let's end our class here for today. Rest of the things let's discuss in next class, and basically in next class we will start to discuss the transformers. So thank you students.